Well, it's Monday morning. I'm Annie Conboy, medium, psychic, spiritual teacher, writer, and all those other things. Having just been silenced, I'm doing my 3 little words for my Letters of the Light from the Light Side page on Facebook, which I do every Monday because my guides and inspirers like to offer us 3 words to focus on to help us get through the week. And I've just spent 5 minutes talking on my iPad on video, and then my iPad shut down because I don't have enough storage. If that's not a message, I don't know what is. Because I was just talking about the words I've been given: silence, refresh, and ease. And talking about silence. And I got silenced. So, what is silence about? So, silence can be seen for some people as a punishment because they get their energy from communicating and talking, and they can find their solutions when they hear things out loud. Or it can be a blessing if you get your energy from being more introverted and enjoy your own company, and really sometimes feel like the other world of material people is a bit too much. So silence is an interesting word, and an interesting word to focus on because we've got so much turbulence going on at the moment. We've got an eclipse and a new moon, and we've had the fallout from the Earth's attempt to wobble the moon, I suppose you could call it, or the moon's distress in the past week. And we've got outer events in the world, in the material world, that are causing us maybe to be under more stress. And when we're under more stress, the brain finds it very hard to shut down. We're always looking for solutions, and sleep even isn't easy. So silence comes in from the guides to ask you to think about. You may very well be able to sit quietly in a room or a sacred place. But what about your mind? Do you ever silence your mind? Is your mind ever still, calm, peaceful? And it's the silence of the mind that I want to remind you to focus on. The state of being in the perfect now with no thoughts or emotions arising. We call that meditation. I'm not a very good meditator. I need action I usually walk to meditate or knit to meditate. But it is the case of, have we got that technique of stilling the mind, going into the peace and quiet of a mind that is no longer busy? And that discipline can be hard to acquire. But that's the kind of silence that the guides are encouraging you to have, to put aside all those competing thoughts and all the emotional stuff that's going on, and to go inward and quieten the mind. I often use a mantra, a little saying that I'll repeat over and over until my ego mind focuses on that and goes off and says, all right, she's thinking, she hasn't forgotten us. And then I can drop into some silence. And my mantra is, everything's okay, all will be well. In fact, all will be well is the most popular one I use. So this week, try and achieve a few moments of silence. Aim for a little peace and quiet, in the sense of inner peace and quiet, and letting those thoughts drift off somewhere else. Because actually, stressing about what's going to happen in a month, a year, a week, an hour, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because it might not happen to start with. And then You'll be okay to deal with it as it arises anyway. You've got skills and abilities. So you don't need that internal chatter always planning and nagging at you. You can have that quiet. Because what's interesting about silence is that sometimes the voices of our loved ones and our inspirers emerge. If they can cut through our everyday chatter, they can reassure us all will be well. And while we're in that silence, what it allows us to do is refresh. It's like refreshing your browser. Oh, it's taking too long to load. Oh, I'll refresh. But refresh is also about being able to consider things from a different perspective. It's not only about the physical refresh of letting your body rest. It's about letting your mind look at things from a different point of view. If we're in the silence and all the worry thoughts and the anxiety thoughts and the planning thoughts and the emotional thoughts stop, there's an opportunity to go, actually, I am okay, or I'm peaceful, or I'm contented, and to allow that room to see something from a different point of view. Because when we're all cluttered, all we're focused on is the clutter. We're not focused on what else might be there. And the best thing about refresh is that the solutions just pop up. They're already there. It's amazing how the human brain always has it worked out anyway. I know we developed these AIs and these supercomputers and all the rest of it. We haven't even explored what's inside our own heads. We haven't even worked out what all that stuff does, all those neurons firing away. And we think, oh, it's about speech, it's about hearing, it's about motor skills, etc. We haven't even gone into what thought actually represents in any sort of deeper, energetic way. So this week, think about what you do to refresh yourself. Is there a silence that you need? Is there a solution that is ready to pop forward? How can you get through those busy thoughts? And also think about when we are at ease, when we are more relaxed, when we are more settled, we do have the opportunity to look at things a different way. We do have the opportunity to think about our issues from a different perspective. And so while we refresh, review, revisit, whatever you want to call it, we're open to different avenues, different pathways, and that's really important for us to help with moving our lives forward in a gentle and considerate way. Because when you refresh yourself, you're saying, okay, I'm a bit worn out with this, or I'm a bit exhausted with this. Give me another way, do it a bit differently. And sit and have a coffee and just class yourself as a being refreshed. Go and look at I just go down to the sea for my refresh, just watch the waves, and I think, well, they're timeless. They have been on that shore thousands and thousands of years, and what am I sort of I'm a grain of sand being washed around. This is the wonderful thing about refreshing yourself, allowing yourself to find a new perspective and a new pathway. And you can then do that with ease, because that's the third word, ease. I am curious why we have to make it the hard road. Having been someone who liked to, or who seemed to always make my life harder, not easier, being Miss Independent and, I can do it for myself. It's a great trait of humanity to be curious and say, I can do this. But it's also a wonderful trait to go, let's make it easy. So what aren't you making easy in your life at the moment? Where is the blockages and the flow that doesn't go anywhere? Where are you making life hard instead of easy? I know we say take it easy, take your ease, and we mean rest, and we mean, stopping stressing. But I also want to say ease is about allowing things to happen in the way they're meant to happen, allowing that we're where we are right now, and there will be more steps forward, there always are, but we don't have to work hard for them. We can do the things that are easy. In fact, we're so skilled and talented, we should be all occupied with what is easy to us, what comes easy. And yet we sometimes force ourselves to be doing things the hard way, to be, I call it plaiting sand, really, where instead of accepting support and help, or instead of realising we've got that ability inside us, we get very worked up about it's so hard, and we tell ourselves it's hard. So when we tell ourselves it's hard, of course it is going to be hard. Instead of, this is going to be so easy. The universe wants to give me what I want, what I require and desire. So this is going to be so easy. I'm just going to let it happen. Ease is such a powerful word. I always ask for my intentions to come in with ease and grace. In other words, it's not going to be a struggle. It's not going to be a difficulty or a challenge even. It's going to be something that comes easily. And because it does, I can embrace that peaceful bit of me and go in the silence and say, well, that was easy. Can I have some more easy? Can I have some more easy stuff? Because we don't need barriers. We don't need, and I know we seem to have an attitude of it's not good if we haven't worked hard for it. Well, how about work easy for it? Wouldn't it be wonderful if we all did exactly what we were talented and gifted enough to do, and it was easy? Why do we struggle? Why is this work of life hard work? It's a choice. So when you're going through your week, remember that you've got a choice. You can make your life easy, you can make your life hard, you can put barriers in the way, or you can say, okay, this is the meant to be, it'll all work out okay, all will be well, it's all coming to me with ease and grace. I don't have to push or pull or insist. If I set my mind to it being easy because I have my own talents and abilities, then it will be. Every situation can go one of two ways, easy or hard. Am I making it harder for myself? In which case, am I easy with asking about why I do that? Could I make little changes that remind me, take an easy step, take it easy, because it all comes to me in the end, because it all will be well. That's very interesting. So I hope that you can use those focus words. I hope that it will help you to step easily through your week, refresh yourself and enjoy the peace of silence. I'll be back next Monday, whatever's going on. See you then. Bye.